I'm happy to present my research today, which focuses on the disabilities law and human rights. I would like to discuss the impact of international law on the rights of disabled ultra-Orthodox Haredi couples within a state-sponsored housing system. I did this research with my friend, Dr. Rena Pickel. Why the presentation not okay? It's different. It doesn't matter. Okay, they are different in the perception of the rights between the liberal society and the traditional society. In the liberal society, the individual is at the center, and the society is obligated to respect the rights. And in the traditional society, the community and religious are at the center, and the individual is obligated to help others fulfill the collective value. Even the term right carries a different meaning. Yes, when we're saying שירבו זכויותינו כרימון, may our rights multiply like pomegranate seeds, it doesn't refer to human rights, but refer to the right to fulfill the religious value. My research question focused on the role of normative systems, civil law, Jewish law, the Halakhah, and social norms in shaping marriage of Haredi couples with disabilities. Oh, I don't know what happened. It's not the presentation, something a mistake. A minute, stop sharing. They show a different presentation. I don't know what happened. A minute. Okay.
Maybe you have to press the play for the presentation at the bottom.
Yes, but I think that it is a different. Okay. I'll show it here. Okay. No. I sent you yesterday, Jonathan, my presentation, and I think that it is better than this. Okay. This slide is okay, but the another slide is problematic.
I have your presentation.
Oh, okay. So wait, stop share and okay. I'm in slide 5 now.
Jan, are you there?
Yes, I just made you co-host so you can share it.
Thank you.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay, it's this. Thank you. The role of national law is significant in all three normative systems. The civil law is influenced by Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. After signing the convention, the State of Israel enacted the Equal Rights for Persons with Disabilities Act. The Jewish law is also influenced by global trends in matter related to disabilities. An example is the question of whether a blind person can bring a dog into a shul, a synagogue. Rabbi Emdin in Europe prohibited it, just like the church ruled against it. While in the United States, during the same period, Moshe Feinstein permitted it, acknowledging the growing awareness of the rights of people with disabilities and the Jewish commitment not to lag behind global trends. Ronit Irshai spoke about it yesterday. And the Haredi community adopts norms from around the world, sometimes using a Haredi language. Regarding Haredi children with disabilities, I believe there is another influence of trends from the United States because there are many paramedic teams, occupational speech therapists who come from the United States, because only in recent years has there been a training for the Haredi paramedical team, and for many years, professionals came from the United States. Next. Let's see what research has found regarding attitude towards the sexuality of people with disabilities worldwide. The perception is that individuals with disabilities don't need it, don't want it, and their sexuality is seen as either offensive or as victims. It's not often approached as a source of pleasure. In other words, not in the specific in the Haredi community. Next. And next story, it's next. Yes. In the Haredi world, the expression of sexuality is typically realized within the framework of marriage. Marriages are considered commitment rather than the fulfillment of the right to equality. And housing systems provide accommodation for adults with disabilities through the Ministry of Welfare, offering them employment, food, healthcare, and leisure activities. The housing system specifically tailored for Haredi individuals with disabilities. Next. Before I want to, before this slide, I want to show a short movie. You can open the movie. Yes, yes.
Sorry, the sound is not broadcast.
Yes. You are the best in the world. Thank you. You can return to the presentation. The presentation, you can return to the presentation. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Yopi. Next, thank you. We think the role Haredi housing systems that serve a marriage couple provide guidance and support for the observance of marriages according to religious law. In doing so, they offer the possibility of realizing sexuality. In fact, they have advanced the general world by encouraging sexuality within the framework of marriage according to religious law. Presenting is a religious obligation. We saw it in the movies, like the Halakhah. And you can observe the development of the impact of international law. 1983 discussion began regarding the social model of disability, emphasizing equal opportunities for people with disabilities, including the right to sexuality. 2006, the Convention of the Right of Persons with Disabilities became more prominent. Discrimination against the basic rights and freedom of people with disabilities. 2012, Israel endorsed the internationally accepted convention. Also, it disclaimed the section dealing with the right to marry freely. It stated that this right is limited to personal law and Jewish marriages according to the chief rabbinate. 2010, the establishment of housing system tailored for Haredi couple commented. This information describes the changes in the legal actions regarding the human rights of people with disabilities over the years, influenced by international law and Israeli legal decision. Next. Here is a bit about the methodology, a qualitative research, and in-depth interviews based on the theoretical framework of disability critique. The next. And a key findings is that marriage is a religious value. A religious provides a solution to the issue of the rights to sexuality. In practice, non-religious housing systems can adopt the ultra-Orthodox model and contribute to the individuals with disabilities, even those who are not Haredim. And the next, I have some examples. In the context of religious values, Nechama the director of a housing system, described that a rabbi told her. So he told me, if you identify people who have a need, it is a mitzvah, it is commitment to get them married. The next, it is possible to implement religious observance through a housing system. Ayala, the director of housing system, described a Haredi couple with disability who initially lived independently but came to the housing system because they couldn't maintain religious observance in private housing. Harav Rubinstein, the rabbi of housing system, clarified that marriage of couple with disabilities without prepared religious supervision is forbidden, similar to marriage of brother and sister. The next. In practice, it can be observed that ultra-Orthodox housing systems have promoted autonomy and independence, as only there can a couple live alone in the apartment. It is interesting to see how this structure has also influenced the general population. And today, at times, autonomy is possible even in the other housing systems, not religious, not Haredi housing systems. The final slide. One can describe the positive feedback loop as follows. Ultra-Orthodox values are expressed in the treatment of people with disabilities, both in theory and practice. Housing systems are an example of implementing Haredi values and universal values of disability criticism. Marriage is a religious obligation. Included obligation relates to private residences. The state funds housing system due to international convention and equality laws. And this way, even not religious individuals can learn and adapt Haredi practices regarding to the treatment of people with disabilities. Thus, it can be seen that international statements and the convention contribute to ultra-Orthodox couple with disabilities, and ultra-Orthodox practices contribute to liberal society. Thank you.